Hi guys, hope you are doing well from wherever you are watching me, depending on your time zone. Now, yesterday, there was the burial service of the former athlete Stureh, who was stabbed to death by her boyfriend. And most of the Tanga MPs attended that burial. Oscar Kipchumba Sudi got a chance to address the masses. And when he took the microphone, there are words that he uttered directing to one of the government representatives who attended that burial, which raised eyebrows among the people in that place and also those who watched on social media. And after that, Robert Alai posted something about Oscar Sudi. This is what Robert Alai wrote on his Facebook page. I'm going to read it for you. Why bitterness and rage, Oscar Kipchumba Sudi? Why the anger? Why do you want to attack a CAS who just came in? Government stabbed Stureh? Why don't you attack the family of Rotich, your son who did that? Why are you angry at the wrong person? Is this what we should expect of Ruto presidency? Rage with someone simply because he doesn't have same opinion as you. How many people do you that word? When people doesn't see, watch a threat, you are a doomed Sudi. That is Robert Alai responding to Oscar Sudi. And if you did not heard what Oscar Sudi say in that burial, here is that video. You can listen to this, then we will come and explain.
Serikali kuu. Na nasikia CAS mwenyewe alikuja mpaka hapa. CS. Na CAS ndio huyu amekaa hapa. Sasa wewe CAS ukituletea kutusomea karatasi hapa, hakuna kitu yote mnatoa kama serikali kuu. What do you expect from you? Sure. Unajua conmen ni wengi. Tuko na conmen wengi mpaka serikali yenyewe ni conmen. Ni kama tena mwingine hapa anakuja anatusomea ati Raila ametuma rambirambi. Conmen. Hiyo rambirambi I can tell you for free. Huyu Tarusa amejiandikia hiyo rambirambi mwenyewe hapa town na kuja. Sasa ukituandikia rambirambi na hawezi fariji familia. Unajua tusamene tu. Ndio mimi naambianga nyinyi hata Mungu hawezi rudi mapema kwa sababu wakora ni wengi kwa hii dunia. Wakora ni wengi. Kuna watu wengi wanaongea maneno mingi, Kiingereza mingi, utapeli. Kwa sababu sasa kama huyu rafiki yangu Tarus nilikuwa namuona juzi akiongea kule Eldoret. Hata kama unadharau William Ruto na ni wadamu yenu wewe Tarus, hii tumbo yako ni kidogo sana, tumbo ya watu ni mingi sana. Kuwa na heshima kidogo. Heshima kidogo. Pana ita watu muisi sijui nini. Wawe.
Now, we are continuing with our Punchline discussion, but a quick reminder. You might be watching me and you have not yet subscribed. Please consider subscribing so that any other time once we come out with a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all the channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, let us give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube is going to recommend our video to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, the post from Robert Alai came after the speech you have heard from Oscar Sudi. And after that, Oscar Sudi responded to Robert Alai. And this is what Oscar Sudi is saying here on Facebook. I will read it for you. I wish to inform conman and broker Robert Broker Alai that I'm not his caliber. I personally talked to Baba directly, even advise him on some of the issues, and he listened to me. I'm not stupid. He goes on to say, wewe endelea kutafuta unga na ushauri wenzako kina Junet, Atwoli na wakumbafu wengine wengi kama wewe mwenyewe. He goes on to say, we in UDA shall not fall to your cheap propaganda and stupidity like those surrounding Baba Wiley, spoiling for him. He continues, for your information, I mobilized crowd for Baba when he came to Eldoret. Mimi ninasaidia Baba kwa wajinga wetu hapa Eldoret wanaomzunguka wakiongozwa na Stephen Tarus na mzee Patrice Chepkwony. He goes on to say, hawa watu wamekon watu kwa miaka mingi, chairman wao akiwa Kipkorir Menja ambaye hana hata kwota ya shamba ya kulima ili hali anasimamia wakulima. Then he finished by saying this, to you Robert Alai, you can't miss to be among the top 3 most stupid Kenyans. So that is the response from Oscar Kipchumba Sudi to the blogger Robert Alai. Now, generally, in my view, Robert Alai was just right to question Oscar Sudi the way Sudi was dressing down the CS who attended that burial. So in my view, Robert Alai was just right. But again, Oscar Sudi, in response to Robert Alai, there is some truth in what Oscar Sudi is saying. When Oscar Sudi says that he involved himself in helping to mobilize the crowd for Raila Odinga in Eldoret town where he was meeting people, to some extent, Sudi might be saying the truth. Because if you follow the story of Sudi and Raila Odinga family, you are going to discover that they have family friendship that has existed from the longest time, since the time when we had the late Fidel Odinga, then we have Raila Jr. So you will find that these guys still meet each other. If Oscar Sudi tells you that he met with Raila Odinga, he is not lying. It is true. Even to some extent, it has been seen publicly that they meet, but most of the time, they don't meet in public. Again, to some extent, you are going to discover that most of the time, Oscar Sudi is always having time with Raila Jr. So, these two families have a relationship. For that reason, Oscar Sudi might be saying the truth. But again, I still feel that, of course, Robert Alai was just right also to question him. The problem with Oscar Sudi is how this guy was dressing one William Samoei Ruto during a rally where Raila Odinga was. For Sudi, he was not happy with that. And remember, he has to do that for him to remain relevant in William Samoei Ruto camp. Lakini, you have to understand this. If Raila Odinga becomes the president today, Oscar Sudi is safe. If William Samoei Ruto becomes the president today, Oscar Sudi is still safe. So that is the truth of the matter here. For that reason, that's why you see Oscar Sudi was responding in a very angry way to this guy. But it's very funny. This guy can really get angry. They can really get angry. So again, the question that Oscar Sudi is raising here are valid questions about the government. Though the problem is, he was directing the question to the wrong person. But again, this was the only representative of the government in that burial. Because where was the CS just to attend that burial? Because this lady, it was just the other day, she won. And now she's being buried here. The only person they could send is just a CAS, like assistant minister, not even the minister. And again, there was no contribution from the government or even from the Department of the Sport Ministry just to condole with this family. There was nothing like that. Those are the things that Oscar Sudi is questioning here. And it is right. Because many of our players and our athletes, they are good when they are in the field. But the time when they get out of the field, they are no longer our heroes. That's the problem with Kenya. You go to football, you come to hii mambo ya kukimbia, is the same thing. And that is part of what is killing the talent in Kenya. So Sudi, in one way, he was right to question these things, but he was questioning the wrong person. But again, he was angry the way these guys were addressing William Samoei Ruto when Raila Odinga was in Eldoret. So Sudi has to behave in that manner. Another thing that Sudi is questioning here, and some people might take him wrong, is about the contribution he's asking. Even this guy, he is not asking that Raila could have sent him with money. If you listen careful, you will understand him. And for him, he is saying that this guy just got to a hotel and wrote a speech, then come read it, claiming that Raila Odinga gave him the speech. None of us know whether Sudi is saying the truth or he's lying. But he was asking this guy, despite the fact that you have come here, you have read the speech, even you, there's nothing that is accompanying your speech, and in fact he's calling it a fake speech. That's what he was questioning here. So this debate has continuously gone on social media. I see people are commenting on this, and you can see, I told you, many people in William Samoei Ruto's side, they are very, very angry guys, and you can see how they can respond to one another. And even yesterday we were playing some video here, and if you do not watch, you can go just to yesterday's video. You see how this guy can get, these guys can get angry and even go physical. We have seen these guys. So to some extent, this group of UDA is not a safe group to lead this country in 2022. This group is not yet mature enough to take the leadership of this country. Someone like Didmas brother anapiga watu kofi kule na anasema when one William Samoei Ruto will become the president, definitely he is going to be the interior CS. Can you imagine what will happen to Kenya? Yeah? I'm imagining if Oscar Sudi become a minister or a CS in William Samoei Ruto government, and the way he behaved and how he uses abusive language when addressing the people, especially akiaddress hii jamii ya President Uhuru Kenyatta. This guy can really get angry. You can imagine the kind of leadership we can have in the country. But to do with the relationship between Oscar Sudi and Raila Odinga family, they are good. If Oscar Sudi tells you he mobilized for Raila Odinga, he might not be lying.